Everybody, and welcome to Open World Gamers. Well, folks, you folks there in the comments. Well, this is the overview of the Outlaws update. The last bit. My goodness, I've never ever felt so compelled to get to the end of a review like this one. 3 videos of absolute hell. Some people seem to like it, you know. I've been looking on social media. Some people, fanboys and girls seem to like it. Okay. I'm not quite sure if they like it because they want to have a job at Hello Games, but it's just how it is, isn't it, really? But one of those things about the game is regarding, let's say, not everybody's a content creator for YouTube like me and all the other ones, right? So I'm trying to put this into a perspective of a normal player, this review. So I went on last night not to make any kind of videos and wanted to feel what it like just to play the update without any feeling of making a video. So I went on and had a bit of a play and I thought, So you get down to a planet, you just do usual stuff, and obviously, like I said in my previous video, gameplay video, you get attacked by pirates, right? In this session, right, I'm not quite sure if it's Hello Games actually picking spawning these fighters, but I had 4 waves in one go, one after another. Trying to build a base, couldn't do it. So because you've got these fighters coming down, these pirates coming down and shooting, instead of being in space and being annoying in space, right? They're now coming down to the planets, being annoying down on the planets. And in return, they shot some sentinels while they were down there, and I had the sentinels after me, and also them. Sentinels didn't go after the pirates, went after me. So yeah, that was, I had to dig myself a big foxhole, sit in there until it all. Pirates still kept bombarding me, but Sentinels went away. So yeah, what they've done is they've created a kind of annoyance in the game that's really irritating. So that's the pirate section out. Let's move on to the next part now. These new ships. Okay. You've got new solar ships, okay? I'm not going to big them up, okay? I'm a ship hunter. They do look nice looking at them, but if you put them into a longer time period, they don't spawn like they do exotics, where you have to wait for them or do reloads and all that type of thing, waiting for them. They'll just come in. So you'll be constantly getting these ships all the time, and eventually they'll become like shuttles. You know, there's no exclusive feeling to them. You know, if you had one of these ships per system, right, like you do with the exotics, it would make it more exclusive and it'd give people a chance to find them, you know, and look for them, but they actually come to you. And I had 2 or 3 land in the space station with me, and I just thought, well, there's 3 here. I'll look at this fighter instead. So being an exclusive new ship, the spawn rate for these new ships aren't very good. They spawn too quickly. You know, it's like Hello Games are trying to give everybody one of these new ships. The new ships in general, the graphic style is great. Not sure what the speed they run on lower end PCs and the previous gen consoles, because I'm doing the review on a next gen console. So I don't know if there's any slowdown regarding the graphics and stuff like that. You'll have to tell me in the comments if you've got a pre-gen console or lower end PC, if it creates any issues for you. Now then, there's also, we'll move that to the side for now. We'll go back on the ship thing at the end. right? Because there's a few things about it I need to discuss, and also with the pirates. But we'll skip through everything first and then do a big overview, right? So we'll put that aside. Now then, you've got the mission agent guy in the new space station, right? These missions are very similar to the faction missions you get in normal space stations. It just doesn't seem to change. What they seem to do is create the same type of features from the same type of procedural models in the game. It's like they don't bring anything new into an update, properly new. They use existing models and just put nice builds around them and graphic abilities, but they're all the same. So this mission agent is really the same as the other mission agent in the other space station. So it's quite irritating, really. You go on and you think, oh, I'm going to get something here. So regarding having the main update, people have been going on to the expedition, right, straight away, because there's not really all that much in it. So let's go the mission agent over to that side, and let's go on to the next subject. Space stations, the new ones, the Rebel space stations in general. The Rebel space stations in general are very graphical. They look graphical, but that's about it. They've got less booths you can go to than the ones in the normal space station. So why would you want to go to these new space stations unless it's to go to that mission agent, for the Rebel missions and stuff? Because you'd have absolutely no reason to do it. There's nothing in there that's not in a normal space station apart from the mission agent. And you can do all these type of missions if you do the faction missions, in the normal space stations. So what's the point of Hello Games? Why did you make them? It's... Yeah, you can access that core, right? But the core doesn't do very much. I believe it just does something with counterfeit goods. I can't be bothered. Okay, move to the side. Next bit. Okay. The graphic quality overall. Overall in the game, the planet biomes still the same. Character models still the same. NPCs exactly the same. There's not a brand new race of creatures. Water physics are the same. General graphics are the same. Apart from when your ships jump in, you get a splatter type effect. It's like a splatter. It's weird. It doesn't look right. I noticed there's a warp. Something different with the warp. What else can I say? The ship model. One set of ships. New ships. Yeah, they're nice, but they'll over time become boring. What Hello Games has done is they haven't added the depth you need for an update, a proper update. That means new things. They're using the models that are already existing within the game and putting frills on them. You know what I mean? And just changing them slightly. You've got your squadrons. Yeah, that's a decent idea if the squadrons are wanting to fight and do battling better than you. But you have to put most of the work in to actually get any benefit from your wingmen there, because they don't really do that much. They don't. And that comes across, that wingman feature, like the frigates. The frigates are very much like that too, right? They you can upgrade them over time, and this is like what happened with your wingmen. But what it'd be nice is if your wingmen land with you and you can have the ship when it becomes S-class, so you can swap ships. And that'll be another way of upgrading your own ships. Do you know what I mean? You'd have your own little circle of ships that you can jump in and upgrade, when they fight with you automatically, instead of having to upgrade them in the space station. That'd be a really good idea. But they don't do it. Because at the moment, Hello Games are lacking that imagination. That imagination of a space simulation type of game. An adventure. What they've done with this update, they've completely destroyed exploration. Completely destroyed it with these pirates. What's the point in exploring now? Going down to planets to get your ass kicked. If it wasn't Sentinels, now it's pirates going down. They're putting all these nice graphical effects on. And they put the nice graphical effects on for the people on Twitter who like to make photos. Because if you watch on Sean Murray's posts on Twitter, he's always posting people's photographs. So what he wanted there, this is all about Sean Murray, about what he wants, right? He wants people to take photos so he can feature them on his Twitter. So it's a selfish thing in a way, isn't it really, what he's done, right? And instead he should be catering for the community. Yeah, it doesn't seem perfect. I've got my coffee, folks, by the way. Lovely. So I'm not going to try and drag out this review as much as I possibly can. It is a very complex update which needs a lot of changing. Bugs, I've hardly seen any. You know, this is probably the only update that Hello Games has done that's been virtually bug free. I haven't jumped into the expedition yet. I'll have a look at that. I'll do a review on that. But overall, the update seems to be virtually bug free. Okay, it really does, and that's, you know, well done for that. Can't you do that with every other update now, please? You know, the only bug that I can see is when with the fighters, you know, the rebel, oh, not rebel fighters, but the pirates coming down onto you and shooting you. Okay, you must apologise if your brain's not working. It's early morning. The only time I get to play the game is at night time, and I do all my editing in the day. So, yeah. So this video is going on for quite a long time, but somebody really needs to talk about this update. I'm not going to say anything bad about other content creators because they do what they have to do, right, to create content, you know, for the views and likes, right? I'll do that again, views and likes, right? But once that's all over with, all these content creators will go back onto Elden Ring and go back onto the Planet Crafter or whatever they were doing beforehand, right? They will. I promise you that. I promise you that. They will not stay in No Man's Sky. So, and the update will just die and everybody will be stuck with these freaking pirates shooting you all the time. So, if they don't do something about these pirates, the game's going to slowly decline. And then nobody's going to start playing it because the pirates are kicking everybody's ass. And you cannot do all the things you used to do. The freedom you had in the game has been completely taken away from you. Because of pirates and sentinels. So they need to stop it now with this. With these combat things. Not everybody wants combat. Right? And what you're doing is you're forcing things on the entire community all at once. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's all I can say about the update, right? One of the worst updates I've had to review ever on any game. I had high hopes about this, really did. I worked it out that it was a ship update. You made the worst ship update I could ever have possibly thought for any single game I have ever reviewed, right? So, because of this Hello Games and your freaking BAFTA, right? Because that must be fake. You must have bought that down at a yard sale or a car boot. I give this review 2 out of 10. 2 out of 10. Bells and whistles. Don't like that. You need gameplay. You don't need to kick the players' asses left, right and centre. Take that difficulty off. For God's sake. Create that exploration and movement within the game that people enjoyed. Oh, it's so annoying. Even I'm considering about looking at other games. I'm looking at Trial Masters now with Elite Gamers. He's pissed off. Everybody's pissed off with this update. Everybody. Everybody I spoke to hates it. So Hello Games, take Sean Murray. Listen to my video, Sean. Listen to the community, not just people on Twitter. Listen to the full community. Give them what they want. Take away these freaking freaking getting your ass kicked on planets. Because you've single-handedly ruined your game. So, I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. Really appreciate it. You know, a bit heated towards the end. But hey, it's just how it is. They need to be told. So, thank you all for watching the video. Really appreciate it. And I'll see you lot in the next. Bye.